And then the commander steps in wearing the bright yellow chicken suit. Voices overlap. Hold short. Hold short. Watch the starboard wing. Another call comes in. Clipper 586 cleared for approach. Someone needs a flight manifest delivered to the bridge before 0800. Nothing pauses, nothing waits. Right now, somewhere far from land, more than 4,000 sailors are living inside the most expensive warship ever built. They sleep in spaces smaller than a closet. They eat food cooked by the ton. They work in rooms hotter than a desert afternoon. Many of them have not seen land in months. This is not a cruise ship. This is the USS Gerald R. Ford, a $13 billion floating fortress that never shuts down. And this is what really happens when thousands of people live and work together in the most dangerous workplace on Earth. So what does life actually look like on board? How do you feed that many people in the middle of the ocean? Where do they sleep? How does the Navy keep a city made of steel running every day without stopping? That is what you are about to find out. The ship itself is not just a ship. It is a moving city. Calling it expensive barely covers it. When construction finished in 2017, the total cost reached just over $13 billion. That made it the most expensive warship in human history. For that money, you could buy hundreds of private jets. But the Navy did not spend it for show. The Ford-class carrier is packed with systems that did not exist years ago. It uses electromagnetic catapults instead of steam. Aircraft launch faster and with less damage. It uses advanced arresting gear to stop jets landing at more than 150 miles per hour. The entire ship is powered by 2 next-generation nuclear reactors that produce far more electricity than older carriers. This extra power supports new systems and future weapons. Here is the real surprise. Even though it is the largest carrier ever built, the Ford needs far fewer people to run it. Through automation and smarter design, the crew was reduced by about 700 compared to older carriers. Around 4,400 sailors now do work that once required more than 5,000. Over 50 years, that saves billions of dollars. It also shows how much planning went into every inch of the ship. The United States operates 11 supercarriers like this. China, despite having the largest navy by ship count, operates only a few carriers total. That difference explains who truly controls the oceans. So, who are the people living on board? Only a portion are pilots. About 1,800 belong to the air wing. They fly and maintain the aircraft. The rest make up the ship's company. These sailors keep the carrier alive. Engineers run the nuclear reactors. Electricians keep power flowing. Mechanics repair jet engines. Technicians maintain radar and weapons. Doctors and nurses run a hospital. Dentists work constantly. Everything a small town needs exists here, packed into steel walls surrounded by ocean. Food is one of the biggest challenges. More than 100 trained culinary specialists work in shifts around the clock. Every single day, they prepare over 17,000 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight meals for sailors on night watch. The kitchens never stop, ever. Each week, supply ships pull alongside and transfer massive amounts of food, hundreds of thousands of pounds at a time: chicken, vegetables, cereal, milk, coffee. On a normal day, the ship goes through thousands of pounds of food. Coffee alone is brewed by the tens of thousands of cups. Everything is done in bulk. Dough is mixed in industrial machines. Grills cook more food at once than most restaurants do all day. The Ford was designed to keep food fresh longer. On older carriers, fresh produce spoiled quickly. On this ship, sailors still eat fresh salads weeks into deployment. That may sound small, but it matters. Fresh food boosts morale in ways nothing else can. Sleeping conditions are where reality hits hardest. Most enlisted sailors sleep in large shared rooms. Each person gets a rack. That is a narrow bed stacked 3 high. The space is so tight you cannot sit up. You cannot stretch. Storage is limited to a small locker and a bin under the bed. Everything you own must fit there. The Ford improved this slightly by reducing room sizes compared to older ships. Instead of nearly 200 people in one space, many rooms hold around 40. Bathrooms are closer. Lounges with limited internet exist nearby. Officers get slightly more room, often sharing with a few others. The captain technically has a private space, but rarely uses it. He usually sleeps near the bridge, ready to act at any moment. No one joins the Navy expecting comfort. Sailors accept these conditions. Over time, living this close builds strong bonds. You learn patience, you learn respect, you learn how to rely on each other. Work on a carrier is constant and dangerous. The flight deck is considered the most hazardous workplace in the world. Jets weighing tens of thousands of pounds launch and land every few minutes. Engines blast air strong enough to knock people over. Cables snap tight at deadly speeds. One mistake can be fatal. That is why everyone on deck wears color-coded shirts. Each color shows a job. Yellow directs aircraft. Purple handles fuel. Red manages weapons. Green maintains launch and recovery systems. Brown belongs to aircraft crews. To outsiders, it looks chaotic. To the crew, it is controlled movement with no room for error. Below deck, conditions are just as harsh. Engine rooms reach extreme heat. Some sailors can only work short shifts before rotating out. Noise is constant. Machines never rest. Fatigue is normal. Complaints are rare. Everyone knows the mission depends on them. Sunlight becomes rare. Some sailors go days without seeing the sky. Their world is metal walls and artificial light. Privacy disappears. Bathrooms are shared. Meals are rushed. Alone time does not exist. To cope, sailors form routines. They work out in onboard gyms. They watch movies. They talk. They laugh. They become a family. Medical care is always available. The carrier has a full hospital with doctors, nurses, and dentists. Dental care is critical. A bad tooth can ruin a deployment. The medical team treats injuries, illness, and emergencies. When something exceeds their capability, helicopters evacuate patients to shore. Drills never stop. Fire, flooding, chemical threats, nuclear emergencies. Everyone has a station. Everyone trains. Because in the middle of the ocean, help is far away. You are the help. Deployments are long. 8 months is common. During that time, the ship may travel tens of thousands of miles. Sailors work 12 to 16 hours a day. Sleep is limited. Meals happen when possible. Maintenance never ends. During its first major deployment, the Ford spent months away from home, launched thousands of flights, trained with allies, and responded to global tension. The crew proved the ship was not just advanced on paper, but ready for real operations. Coming home feels strange. After months of constant noise and motion, silence feels wrong. Some sailors struggle to sleep without the hum of engines. Others miss the structure. But the pride never fades. At its core, the USS Gerald R. Ford represents more than steel and technology. It represents commitment and sacrifice. The sailors aboard are not chasing money or fame. They believe in what they do. They believe in protecting others and staying ready. When a carrier deploys, it means thousands of people leave their families behind. It means months of hard work in cramped and dangerous conditions. But it also means stability, deterrence, and security. The cost is massive. The sacrifice is real. But so is the capability. This ship can move anywhere on Earth and bring air power with it. No permission needed, no base required. That power prevents wars as often as it fights them. That is what life looks like inside a $13 billion aircraft carrier. It is not comfortable. It is not easy. But it works because of the people inside. And they deserve respect for every day they spend at sea, making it all possible.